All right, guys.
Shane, you said you were wanting to take some vertical shots. You weren't kidding.
No, and really, we didn't know really what they were going to do defensively, So we come out, and I figured they would play looser and make us run the ball. Which the first play of the game was obviously, we gashed them. But as the game went on, they just started. They were up in our face, and you just can't. You got to take vertical shots. The hard part about that is when you take vertical shots and you miss, it's 2nd and 10, and they're sitting there stacking the box or whatever. So we probably should have tried to figure out ways to manipulate some run game a little bit. It's hard when they got more people in there than you got. And so really, if you look at the game, we connect on a couple more of those deep balls. We're in a really good situation. A great learning point from all of us, Patrick too. We gotta execute those. That's the bottom line.
It seemed like he executed them at first, but missed on some later on. Did anything change?
Same plays. No, same plays.
Yeah.
Just a little bit off in the second half. I think that, and I told the group this before the game even started. I said we got to be prepared to handle good and bad. If we go out there and play great at first, then it's hard to continue that. You usually have a little lull, And so really mature teams have an even hard time handling that, And so we got a lot of young players that went out there and had some success early. And then, you expect, I think, just for it to keep happening.
Right.
You got to keep making plays. That team's used to winning. They win 9 games a year for a reason, And so we knew that going in. Those kids were going to play hard to the end. And so I think there's a lot of positives taken out of this game, obviously, and a lot of negatives. We're gonna look at it and probably pinpoint a lot of things we could have done different, that I could have done different. And so I'm not immune to that either. So we're gonna learn from it. Typically your biggest improvements week 1 to week 2, and I think you can see across the nation that it's especially with new coaches and some new freshman players. A lot of times it don't go smooth at first, so it's a problem.